This is just amazing. Most dads feel stuck in a rut when they have kids because it's this huge change in their identity and who they are as a person. And a lot of people try and cling on to their old self and their old me instead of embracing the new one, which is a dad. But having worked with hundreds of dads and helped them with their physical fitness, their health and their mental health as well, I'm going to share a few mindset tips that I think are important. The first one is incredibly important, and most people mistake it for selfish and they feel guilty when they do put this into practice. But without doing this, you won't have the energy or capacity to help your partner or your kid or to feel good in yourself. So number one is take personal responsibility for your health and everything you do, your fitness, the foods that you eat. You're in a dialogue because nobody's going to come. Nobody can take responsibility for you. Ultimately, that's up to you to focus on and put first for yourself. The second mindset shift is to swap out the all or nothing mindset and swap it for cognitive flexibility. And the way this works is when your kid learns to walk as a deer or a fawn, when your kid learned to walk, he or she didn't just do a couple of steps, fail, and think, that's not for me, I'm going to give up. They tried again and again and again. And you need the same with whatever your goal is. If your goal is improving your health or feeling better about yourself, you need to constantly try. You need to know that failure is part of the process. And that's okay, because actually, that's one way you know won't work and you can try a different way. But to put it into practice, it's things like, instead of thinking, I have to do 4 workouts every week, try 1 to 4 workouts is a good week. And then at the end of the week, reflect on it. You only got 2 workouts in. Why? Is that all you could have done? Because it may have been a case of, yeah, that is all you could have done. And then it's okay, because you've done the best you can. And that's all you can ask. Tip number 3 is following on from tip number 2. Have a point of reflection every single week where you can review what went well, what didn't go well. Look at your inputs, so your actions. What process did you follow? Did it get the outcome you want? If not, try and understand why not. And then change something and try and change that following week. So that then you can see if you make more progress, great. Or if it's easier for you, fantastic. That's what I do with my clients. We have weekly check-ins and it's an invaluable reflection for them. And it helps how I can give them a bird's eye view and pull them out of the weeds of their life and say, this is what you want to think about. This is what went well and this didn't go well. Number 5, and I've talked about this a lot, is think about your personal values. What's truly important to you? Because if you say family is really important to me, but you're drinking every Friday night, you wake up hungover on Saturday, and you can't play with your kid, you're not going to feel good about yourself. But if instead you think, well, no, my personal value is family, so what if I don't drink on Friday? How will I feel on Saturday? Will that improve my weekend? And by doing that, you'll be more present with your kid the next day. You will live more aligned with your personal values. And you'll feel better in yourself. And you'll feel like you're less stuck. There's a good story by Warren Buffett where he's in a classroom full of kids and he says, imagine if when you turned 18, someone gave you a car. Really fast car, nice car, your dream car. But they told you, that's the only car you're going to have. So you need to make that car last until your last day or until you can no longer drive. How do you think those kids would treat their car? How would you treat that car in that situation? You wouldn't redline it that much. You probably wouldn't drive it too recklessly. You'd get services, you'd take it for oil changes, you'd really look after it. You only get one body and one mind. Yet, to use that analogy, we don't treat it very well. We put ultra-processed foods in our body. We don't exercise. We don't get enough sleep. We don't prioritize ourselves. And that just means either one day your car's going to break down and you're not going to be able to fix it, or it will still run, but it's not going to run very well. Start treating yourself with the respect that you would want to treat your kids. I bet when you wean your kids, or when you weaned your kids, you or your wife really looked into the best way to do it. How to do it with the most nutrition. Why don't we do that for ourselves? So if we take the same focus, attention, and put the same importance of looking after ourselves as we do of our kids, you'll feel better in yourself and you'll regain a sense of self as well. Slowly but surely you will. And the final comment is, what's your purpose? What do you want to do? What do you want to be known for? This doesn't have to be grand like Elon Musk taking people to Mars. It could be just your family. For me, it's supporting my family, but also helping as many dads as I can regain that sense of self, feel good in themselves, lose body fat, feel confident, learn about good nutrition and exercise so that they can pass those habits on to kids. Then I can have an effect on the next generation. But the reality is, you need to accept that you need to change and take personal responsibility for where you are. Reach out for help, get help, reach out to me. I love helping people. Message me on Instagram or send me an email. I'll happily help. Because trust me, in 6 months' time, if you do put the work in and put the effort in, you'll be glad that you did. Day 8, 10k, done.